Hello, today we're going to talk about two approaches to scoring more goals and maybe a surprising application for this. So we are going to use an example of soccer here. So say you've got a soccer game and your objective is to score more goals. So you're probably going to say, well, maybe we need better players. Let's develop some plays. Let's get some coaches out here to help us. Maybe we need to get more players, have a bench so our people aren't quite as tired. Maybe we should have better equipment. We need some Gatorade on the sidelines, and we should have some officials. That other team is playing dirty. If we're going to score as many goals as possible, we need to be able to play a clean game. So you do all those things. So now that you've got better players, better plays, coaches, officiating, you're actually scoring more goals. So great, you're achieving your objective. So now all of a sudden, you've got fans coming because now you've got something worth watching. So you're like, hey, we're staying true to this objective, score more goals. So maybe we need to get more plays in. Maybe we need to get better players, better coaches. Let's get some clinics going, both for our players and maybe get some players in the pipeline. Maybe we'll get some more practices scheduled. Let's have some better officials. Hey, we could score more goals if we had multiple games each week. If we continue to get better equipment, now we need facilities because of these other people that are coming around, these fans. We need some workers to support the fans. We'll need concessions. We'll need parking. Maybe we'll need some commentators to help the fans that are there better understand what's going on with the game. And maybe we need some administrative roles to support kind of this budget that we've got now to support the infrastructure that we have. Maybe we could do some minor leagues. We kind of need to create our own system, and we'll do a little bit of recruiting. Same game as before, but now it's just a little bit bigger, and we're scoring more goals. So now all of a sudden, we move to another model where we start to broadcast, and we've got some satellite locations at bars, and we've got homes. And the point of this is we're going to draw advertising, and we're going to have merchandise, and that's going to help us have better facilities, the best equipment, the best players, the best coaches, the best officials, to get more fans. We'll start more clubs. We'll have more interest, and then that'll help make us better. We can even start little leagues and do podcasts and social media. We can have websites. We'll do public appearances, do some philanthropy. And that'll all support our bigger organization with our goal of scoring more goals. So that's one approach to scoring more goals. Let's look at another approach. So in this approach, we've got the same starting point. We've got this soccer game. Our objective is score more goals. But this group said, you know what? Why don't we just pull our defense? Let's get everybody on offense. And you know what? Maybe we'll just ask our opponents to join us. And let's add more goals. In fact, we'll add more balls and we'll add more players. We'll get as many people on here as possible. Now, all of a sudden, our field looks like this. Objective, score more goals. We're definitely scoring more goals. Now we're going to say, hey, let's add more fields. Let's remove the clock altogether. We're going to add games. We're going to add players. We're going to add balls. And we're going to add goals. Next step here looks more like this. Our goal is still scoring more goals, but we're going to remove the field completely. We're going to recruit everybody that we can. We're going to teach everybody as we go, get everyone a ball, help everyone understand the objective. We're going to remove the time limits, remove the location limits. We're going to find more goals, turn everything we can into goals. And when in the end, we're going to realize we don't need to know how many goals have been scored, who's scoring them, or where they're scored, because our objective is score more goals. And it looks a little out of control here. The difference between these two is a lot of it is control and thinking outside of the box. This has a very direct application to where we are today in the church, in that this is how we are trying to solve the new problems that are facing us with the isolation and the quarantines, and we're moving to tithing apps and streaming services. And all that does is kind of re-emphasize this big picture that we already have. And it's really time to take a look at another option here and think, how can we still score more goals, but do it in a totally different way in which we don't have as much control? And I think that's okay.